Raiders owner Mark Davis earlier today fired former team president Dan Ventrelle. Dan Ventrelle has now responded and said that Mark Davis sought retaliation after Ventrelle complained to the NFL about Mark Davis's treatment of their female employees. Apparently, there were several complaints from female employees to the president, Dan Ventrelle, and Dan Ventrelle brought these up to Mark Davis, and according to Ventrelle, Mark Davis did not take these seriously, and then he went on to go and submit a complaint to the NFL about Mark Davis's behavior, and that is when Mark Davis retaliated and fired Dan Ventrelle. This is according to Ventrelle, though, so we can't immediately believe everything he's saying, but I'm going to go ahead and go through this statement that he sent Mick Akers of the Las Vegas Review-Journal, and you'll be the judge, and you guys will tell me what you think in the comments below. By the way, this is the Raiders Rundown with WiFiWillie. Like this video if you haven't, subscribe and ring the bell to get more notifications. This is pretty crazy. I mean, just before I get into it, to tell you what I think is happening, I think Mark Davis is getting Me Too'd. He's getting Me Too'd in some way. I don't know if it's entirely legitimate, but there have been rumors swirling around for years, especially around the Gruden resignation when he was forced out by the NFL, that the NFL was interested in changing ownership with Mark Davis. And there was even articles by Sports Illustrated where they said, oh, we need to maybe have the NFL help Mark Davis situate all the chaos in Vegas because he can't handle it. So there's been a lot of the other owners in the league not too happy with Mark Davis. And keep in mind, Mark Davis was the only owner who said he'd be open to opening the emails of the Washington football team investigation. No other owner was okay with that. No other owner agreed that that was necessary. Only Mark Davis at the owners meeting said in 2021 that he thought that was necessary. Now, Dan Ventrelle is seeking legal counsel. So it seems like he's going to either sue Mark Davis, something of that nature. He claims he was fired in retaliation because he brought up concerns of a hostile work environment. He says he's committed 18 years of his life to the Raiders, and he takes it very seriously, which is why multiple complaints from employees that Mark created a hostile work environment and engaged in other potential misconduct caused me grave concern. When Mark was confronted about these issues, he was dismissive and did not demonstrate the warranted level of concern. Given this, I informed the NFL of these issues and of Mark's unacceptable response. Soon thereafter, I was fired in retaliation for raising these concerns. I firmly stand by my decision to elevate these issues to protect the organization and its female employees. That's why I think he's getting Me Too'd. That's why I think it's about his treatment towards women employees, because he specifically says female employees. Unless Mark Davis is, I don't know, maybe flirting with some guys too. I'm not sure. Okay, I know I should be joking around right now, but you guys know what I'm saying. And this is WiFiWillie Show. This is how we go. I remain committed to doing everything in my power to support the Raiders and the Las Vegas community. I now call home, and he has retained counsel, and there will be no further comment. So, look, this is very intense. This is very insane. And we could go ahead and just say, oh, let's accept everything Dan Ventrelle is saying is true. We could do that. But if I was going to be a little bit skeptical, who knows what is going on behind the scenes, right? Like I said earlier, there had been reports. There had been rumors when Gruden was forced out by the NFL. Mark Davis was very upset about this. He said, ask the NFL. They have all the answers when people asked him about the Gruden email situation. And I had a feeling, and there was multiple reports, that Mark Davis himself and the people around him believe the NFL is trying to force him out. You can go ahead and check it out on my channel. Go ahead and look up WiFiWillie. NFL is out for Mark Davis. I talk about it there, and this was last year. Now, this could be totally legit. I mean, Mark Davis could be acting like this. He could be engaging in misconduct, mistreating these employees. And he could think, because I'm the owner, because I'm the billionaire, and because the NFL protects people like Dan Snyder, why wouldn't you protect me, right? That could be part of Mark Davis's thinking. And whether that's ethical or not, maybe that's his position. And so Dan Ventrelle felt like he had to go outside of the Raiders organization, contact the NFL, and try to get some discipline for Mark Davis. We don't know, but these are all the possibilities. Either Dan Ventrelle did something. To me, there's three possibilities. One, Dan Ventrelle did something wrong, and this is his way of covering his ass in case something comes out, and now he is alleging these misconduct concerns against Mark Davis. Two, these misconduct concerns from these female employees are totally legit. They were sent to Dan Ventrelle. He brought him up to Mark Davis. He didn't take him seriously. And then, therefore, Dan Ventrelle had to reach out to the NFL and now there might be some legal action, and Mark Davis will likely, get out of it fine, being a really wealthy person and an owner of an NFL team, kind of like Dan Snyder and, all the owners who get away with all kinds of stuff. Stephen Ross recently, a claim came out that he paid, Brian Flores to tank $100,000 a game. So that's a second possibility. Third possibility is maybe this is somewhat true, and maybe this is something that happens with kind of every owner and a lot of leadership positions in the NFL, and the NFL has been holding on to this, and they are now using Dan Ventrelle to sort of force Mark Davis out, kind of Me Too him in a way, create this kind of controversy, and push him out of owner of the Las Vegas Raiders, like they have been trying to do ever since they pushed John Gruden out as head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders against Mark Davis's will. And this is pretty interesting because a lot of owners these days are just very wealthy people. Look at the Rams owner, people who just buy their teams outright. The Broncos are about to be purchased by a very wealthy individual. But Mark Davis's scenario is very different, where he inherited this team, right? He's not exactly a self-made billionaire. He inherited it from his dad, Al Davis. And who knows what is going to happen. Vegas is going to be a cash cow, and maybe somebody is trying to take the team away from Mark Davis. All three of these possibilities could be true. I'm not telling you which one is true right now. I want you guys to let me know in the comments what you think is true, but I'm laying it all out. And I could just sit here and agree with Dan Ventrelle's claims, or I could just sit here and defend Mark Davis and say Dan Ventrelle's crazy, but I think it's best if I just lay it all out for all three, and that's what I thought I did just a little bit earlier, just to see, because we're going to figure out how this plays out. I mean, if Mark Davis actually gets forced out as owner of the Las Vegas Raiders, you're going to come back to this video and be like, wow, you were onto something back then. Who knows? And hey, maybe he won't be forced out. I mean, if I were to gamble and maybe not be so the consensus is if something like this happens with an owner, it typically gets swept under the rug. I mean, think about it. Allegations against football players get swept under the rug a lot of times, Tyreek Hill included, and they continue to play. And they're actually way less wealthy than NFL owners. So obviously NFL owners are going to have a little more leeway. Either way, let me know in the comments what you guys think about this, and make sure you like this video if you haven't already. Subscribe to the Raiders Rundown with WiFiWillie for more Raiders news. We are live Tuesday at 3 o'clock Pacific time, so check us out for our weekly live show, Tuesday Pacific time at 3 o'clock and 6 o'clock Eastern time. And also check out my other channels on my page. If you scroll on my page and click on my channel page, you can check out my WiFiWillie channel, where I also cover the regular NFL. And I think you'd enjoy that content as well if you enjoyed content like this. So peace out, and you make sure you have a good day.